Hi guys, Nesty here. Today we are starting a new kind of video. Some people were asking me for account reviews and pulling for them, showing them what they can do better, or at least what they can do better in my opinion. So this time we are on Gfuinh's account. I hope it's spelled correct. So first we will do some summons, and after this we will take a look at the whole account. So let's first start with the pulls. Hopefully he has enough space. Yeah, he has. Then let's hope we can pull something good for him. $76x, that's good. Let's see what we get. Medusa. I don't see a way to use the Medusa. Water Seedler is good. We will take a look if he needs a Water Seedler. Shelly can be food for the water. Kokomaru. Phibian can be food for fire or wood. There we have our first net 4. Cura, really good. The fire and the water version are both really good for Titans. Wendigo, he's mediocre. Another Wendigo. Minicat might be food for the wood version. Wood is totally fine for Titans. Blood obviously can be used against the Fire Titan. Another Bendigo. Another net 4. Jeanne. In general, Jeanne isn't that strong. She's fine. I like the water version. She has a 100% chance to sleep. Obviously, this is a monster you only should use if you're playing manually. And for example, in fights like CVC, she's good. But there are better net 4s. Crowhook is crap. Same story. The normal versions of the birdie aren't that good as well. And Dragora, totally useless as long as you don't have the dark one. Water Yuki is okay, but nothing special. There are other really good Zappas that are much easier to evolve. Or the Fire Yuki is okay for Titans, but even there you have monsters like the Fire Candling that are much easier to get. Hunter in general, not that strong. Again. Kiki has some uses. A Water Shelly might be usable. Yeah, Siren, farmable. If you really want to use her, she's good for Titans, for early game in general, but But yeah, you will be able to farm her, so that's not something you want to see from an egg. Misha, I think the fire version looks really funny with the I think it's fire with the extreme HP heal. But yeah, the normal versions aren't that strong. Maybe dark is not bad. It needs testing. I haven't pulled one yet. Wood Minicat obviously is good for Titans. Waterlot had them. Kiwi got her as well. Seedler as well. Come on, net 4. Or maybe even a net 5. Nice. Fire Naser. Hopefully you don't have 2 already, because she's really good for Titans. And the Sea Stars aren't that good as well. The water one is usable, but I think the water Miho is stronger and you can farm her as well. Not that good. Yeti. Fire Candling, really good debuffer for Titans. Fennec. In general, I don't like them. Some people use them for Titans, but I don't know, I don't like them. Tiger. In my opinion, one of the weakest net 4s. Not that strong. Siren. But at least we are getting some net 4s. That's totally fine. Fire Yuki, like I said, usable in Titans, but Candling is stronger. But so far the net 4 rate is totally fine. Victoria, why not? We have her super evolution now. Water is good. Dark light, obviously. Yeah, the net 4 rate is really good. Another Fire Naser. Yeah, Water Mona, best starter monster. She will be useful for a very, very long time, especially in those dungeons. But obviously farmable as well, so we don't want to see her in X. Come on, another net 4 or maybe even a net 5. Another Minicat. A Miho, why not? Misha. Water Miho, really good Zapper. Raiders. I like these Raiders. They are all usable in my opinion. Monkey Key. Come on, one more net 4. No. Damn. Oh, Water Bath. Obviously Water Bath is really good for Titans. But, as you know, Bath always means we are lucky. That means we have to go for the LD egg. Sadly, nothing. Obviously Dark Cold is really good for the Light Titan. Has a 70% chance to defense down, so you already have a defense downer, plus a Light Predator, and it's a single target, so he has a debuff, and he hits really hard with the active, plus has a usable leader skill, so you might think about going for one. Another Misha. Variant Miho. And another lot. Wood Phibian, really good for Titans. Come on now. 3 LDX, come on, at least one net 5. Water Naser, good for Titans. Come on, net 5. Let's wait a second. 1. Damn you. Yaksha. The wood one is good in PvP. And the fire one is usable in Titans. I think water isn't that good. Come on. And one more. Yeah. Another Sun Wukong. I hope he needs... I'm not sure if he has 2 Evo 3s already. Okay, obviously. We are going to take a look. There is 1. No, there's 2. But at least the wood one can be used as a debuffer for the Water Titan. You can... I think Evo 2 is enough. So he will survive much longer than your healer. So you will be totally fine. Okay, we are done with the pulling here. I think it was a good pull. It's not that often that you pull net 5s from Legendary X. I think the rate is not that high. I think I pulled 1 net 5 ever from all of my Legendary X. So this is really lucky. But yeah, sadly only a monster he might not need. But the rate of the net force was really good as well. So I think it's a good pull. So let's start with the review. I don't know if he has Titan fights going on. That would make it easier, but it don't seem so. Nope, sadly not. We will take a look like this. Okay, let's see. We just start going from the top to the bottom. Here we have Fire Indra with the leader skill. Obviously really strong in CVC because of the leader skill, and yeah, obviously in arena as well. You don't have that much crit rate and resistance in general. I would try, if you are using him in the arena, I would try to give him a lot of resistance. Because yes, he hits really hard, but he has one problem, that is that the opponent element is water. And water, like light, has a lot of debuffs, and you will face them in arena very often. Like, let's say, Water Nightmare. If you take a 3-turn seal, both of your skills don't work anymore, so you can't get the advantage of the elemental edge. Plus, you have monsters like Water Sura, we have Water Arthur. Water Arthur isn't that much of a problem, but yeah, obviously Water Nightmare is annoying, Water Sura, but yeah. I would try to get a lot of resistance. Let's see what gems he has. An attack gem with not that much substats. Okay, we don't have another Valor gem, so let's go to the next. Obviously, I think it's pretty hard for him to gem him because he has 3 triangle. Yeah, the gems like the same than the other. HP and resistance, but not that much. And this one is a bit better in my opinion. He has 13% crit rate and some HP. But overall, these are 6-star gems plus 15, one set. So yeah, you see his damage. He will hit really hard against whatever he hits because of the elemental advantage. Let's see the next monster. This looks better. An HP gem with resistance, attack, and crit damage. He has Predator, so he don't need crit rate, but he has a lot. This gem is good. Has attack, has crit damage, both offensive, plus some resistance, so you can resist the taunt better from the Wood Titan. Totally fine. This one obviously is really good. 27% crit rate, resistance and crit damage. This is a really good gem. And this crit rate gem is totally fine as well. Has some resistance, a lot of defense, so you don't die too fast. Totally fine gem as well. I would go for the exact same thing. Ruin set on 1 HP gem, 1 attack gem, and 1 crit rate gem. Resistance is totally fine, 42%. 91% crit rate, really good. Over 100 crit damage. This is a really good Fire Wukong. I wonder where he is using this Fire Phibian. He has a lot of crit rate. Is there a crit rate gem? Yeah. So if the crit rate gem, okay, it's a 5-star. Wait, what is the maximum crit rate of a 5-star? I'm not too sure, I don't know. But he will, now he's at 88%. If he's not going for 100% with this gem, he's at least very close to it. So what are the other gems? An HP gem with crit rate and crit damage, some resistance, crit rate. Wait, main is an attack gem, so this was the HP one, and a crit rate one. So this is a full damage one. I personally don't know why. Is he using that Phibian as an attacker in Titans or for CVC? Obviously you can use him in CVC, but he even booked it. So yeah, obviously you can use him for Titans. 2 good skills against the Titan. If you are using him only for Titans, I would give him a more defensive way of jamming. I would go for HP defense. Yes, he has a lot of attack, but his only role will be debuffing. Especially in this account where you already see 2 Evo 3 Fire Wukongs. Like I said, I'm not so sure where he is using him, if he is using him in Arena or in CVC. I think most likely it is a CVC monster plus used in Titans. For that, he's totally fine. Pebble. HP attack defense it seems. Attack, HP double HP, so he has a lot of defense substats. 22 with HP and resistance, it's a good gem. HP with a lot of useful substats, fine. Same story with the HP gem, it's totally fine. Attack, defense and resistance. Obviously, if you are not playing that long, it's a really good arena monster. Later in the game, he's not strong enough anymore, so you will switch him out, and you can, for example, use him in your CVC lineup. Okay, Fire Pixie. Stat-wise, totally fine. What about books? 2. Okay, that's not enough. 1+9 gem. Yeah, he's totally fine. That's over 60% resistance. If he is using the Pixie on the left side for the Titans, totally fine. And yeah, on the right side, I would even use her on the right side and try to give him more resistance, because her recovery is not that high, so better go for her with another healer like the Fire Cupid and 2 attackers. Like that you can get the advantage of the defense up, plus you have another healer that can heal your monsters full. Wait, there is no gem, but no conviction gem. Okay, I'm not a fan of the Fire Miho. I think she's not strong enough. Maximum booked, that's really expensive. Yeah, not a fan of her, because I don't like the skill together. It's cool to have a high attack down, but other monsters can do that as well. Plus here, or she only has the HP siphon to heal herself up with an active. I would like to have this skill as a passive, which is a lot better in my opinion. The Fire Cotine. Decent healer. If you have not a close to finished Titan team, always go for a Fire Cotine. Really good for a starter monster, really good for a mid-game player, and yeah, in the late game you will switch him out for a Fire Cupid, but until then, really good for the Wood Titan. Water Bath, obviously really strong in a lot of areas, mostly the Fire Titan, but because you want to give him good gems for this Fire Titan, he will also be usable, for example, in CVC, just because he has the gem quality. Yeah, looks like, seems like it's maybe attack, HP defense, can be substats as well. That's the attack one, with crit rate and crit damage, totally fine. I hope that you are using this Water Bath on the back lane, because the resistance is not high enough for the front. 56%, that's more than or close to every second hit a stun. That's too much. The defense gem is totally fine with a lot of resistance. That's what you're looking for. The HP one, it's missing resistance, but you can see that you don't have a other gem. That's exactly the same story. I'm pretty sure the water Shelly is made my throat. I'm pretty sure the water Shelly is made for the water titan as well, but obviously can be used for the CVC as well. Not enough resistance. I would see a bit more resistance. Every other stats are totally fine. Pretty sure that's a fire titan monster as well. Not enough resistance. You need more resistance. Other than that, the stats are totally fine. Wood Horan. Completely booked. So he or she has the high defense down. Plus the stun. Obviously can be used in CVC. Stat wise, totally fine. I would give her at least 1 HP gem. So like attack HP, so she lives a bit longer. But other than that, really good. Wood Anu. 81%, is this the crit rate one? No, so there is room for more crit rate. But it's a 5-star one. There would be a 6-star one, but without resistance. Another one. This one don't have that good substats. Yeah, 81% is okay. We don't forget that this one, I think 46%. I'm not 100% sure because it's a long time since I made a 5-star crit rate one. I think 46. Let's assume it's 46. That means you will get 8 to 9. Let's say 9, that would be 90. That's totally fine. 90% crit rate is totally fine. Other than that, really good. Needs a bit more attack, but this is the attack one, I guess. Yeah. Obviously not plus 15, so it's totally fine. Woodcanner. I'm looking at the defense. That's not good enough. Why is so much crit damage but no attack? Okay, here's the crit damage gem. Okay, so he's using a defense gem for the crit rate. That's okay. Okay, no other Valor gem. Here's the crit rate. The problem you will have with this Janna is that you can only use her on the back lane. On the front lane she will take every attack down, so you already have really low attack, and if you get attack down, obviously this is really bad for you. So yeah, use her on the back lane. If you are going for the front lane, give her as much resistance as possible, and because it's a courageous strike on critical hits, it's really hard to give her the right amount of crit rate and resistance. A pugilist Medusa. Totally usable. HP, some crit damage, some crit rate. Obviously no stats into attack and defense, but she will be useful for sure. The Nike or Victoria on the Leech set. It's a Leech set, oh yeah. A lot of resistance is a really good gem. This is totally fine as well. A lot of HP, which is really good for Victoria because for a defender she has a really high HP pool. And we shouldn't forget there is still the Super Evo. And this is a really good gem as well. So that's a pretty solid light Victoria. This is a decent dark Miho. I think it's still not enough resistance. The problem is that you will face a lot of light monsters in Arena in general. And these light monsters often have debuffers, like a Light Thor, Light Cura, or Light Valkyrie. And with 34%, that's still not enough in my opinion. Obviously the crit rate is good, a lot of HP, but yeah. In general, she's totally correctly jammed, 3 HP gems, trying to give her as much crit rate and resistance as possible, so that's totally fine. But if you get better gems, try to give her more resistance. Yeah, totally fine. I think he's even too strong. You don't even, in my opinion, you don't need him on a ruin set. He already hits really hard and there are other monsters that really need that ruin set. But obviously, completely correctly jammed in my opinion. This is a crit rate attack one. You can give her crit rate attack HP if you want, minus on double HP, double attack. So mine looks very close to this, just that I'm not using a ruin set because I have far too many monsters that I can give them all a ruin set with a decent quality. So my Dark Cat is on an intuition set, but yeah, this Dark Cat will obviously hit really hard. This Thor is really good. I like him. He has the 100% crit rate. Is completely on attack, so you will do maximum damage against the Light Thor, a Light Titan, and even has some HP and defense substats. Really good. Next. Dark Jelly. Honestly, I don't like Dark Jelly. You can see gem-wise, she's not getting the best gems. That's good. Dark Wild Fang. Okay. 3 attack gems. I think that's correctly in my opinion, because the advantage of the Dark Wild Fang is that you already have a very, very high natural crit rate, like 40%. If you combine this together, you are at 87%. So you can go for maximum attack, or let's say attack HP, or attack to make the best use of these two skills, that you don't have to invest too much quality in a monster to not go for a crit rate main stat gem. And that's what he's trying here, and that's totally fine. Water Seedler, obviously for Fire Titan, correctly gemmed in my opinion. Too much attack. I would give her HP defense. So there is one attack gem, I think. This one. because of the crit rate. This is a really, really good gem. I would unequip it and give it someone else. The Water Seedler is only for the debuffs, so you really don't need an attack gem there. For example, your Water Bath could use this gem, because the damage of the Seedler is not that high. If you have Courageous Strike Attacker, it's like one hit of the Water Seedler is like 1/10 of a Courageous Strike Attacker, so that means one attack of a Courageous Strike Attacker is the same as 10 attacks of this one, just as an example. So yeah, she really don't need an attack gem. Give her an HP gem, and if you don't have a good HP gem, just give her a defensive gem. This is... wow, this is really good. But what? No, that's one crit rate, one attack, and one HP gem. The substats seem to be really good. Yeah. Why is this only on plus 13? This is your next gem that you are going for plus 15. A very good HP gem, 20% crit rate, and some crit damage. Totally fine. That's all you need. And a good crit rate gem with a decent resistance. Put this one... wait, you don't have a Shinobi, right? Okay, obviously both of your Wukongs should be on the back lane on the right side. Together, the Wukong lead, and obviously this one, plus a Cupid and a Cura or the Pixie. But obviously this one is really good gemmed. Here we have the Fire Incubus, not enough crit rate. He is based on critical hits, both of his skills. Obviously this one don't means much, but this skill. You only do your Courageous Strike if you land a crit. 78% is not enough for this. I see what you are trying here, to give him a Ruin set. That's not needed. If you can't give him enough crit rate, just switch the set for something else. It's not needed to have him on a Ruin set. Obviously it's better, but if you can't provide enough substats to at least give him a decent crit rate like 90%, forget it. Just try to get as much crit rate. It's a lot better to land a Courageous Strike without this Ruin set than hitting the Titan and miss every third attack because you don't have the crit rate for it. But other than that, it's correctly gemmed. The attack gem, the crit rate gem, and an HP gem. This is how I would go as well. Let's see. This is the first Naza. This is on double defense. Defense. HP defense. Okay. I'm not sure. I would give her HP defense, but this is totally fine as well. The Cura, totally fine. Maybe you should go for some recovery, but that's up to you. I give all my healers HP defense recovery. If you say this Cura can heal her team, your team, good enough, then why not? But give him more resistance. You don't want to take the 2-turn taunt or put her on the left side for your debuffers, but then make sure you get a recovery gem, because the heals are not strong enough to solo heal your debuffers. The Fire Squirrels, really often underestimated by a lot of people. This Squirrels is really strong. As you can see, 70%, 2 turns, 60%, 2 turns. That's better than a lot of net 4s. And this one is a net 2. Stat-wise, totally fine. Nearly 30k HP and 1.7k defense. You made a mistake here, in my opinion. This is a monster you should really go for double HP. Yeah, that's not enough HP, in my opinion. If possible, try to give... Wait. Do you have one? This one, for example, is totally fine. You should give her, or him, whatever this Squirrels is, this HP gem. This is the bad one. The other two are really good. A lot of resistance. Here a lot of defense. But this one is lacking a bit. Maybe put this one out. You don't need the resistance on him, because all he will take is a 2-turn taunt. And what does that mean? If you are getting taunted, you are using your better skill, the 70% attack down instead of the 60%. So you really don't need resistance. Put this one out, the defensive one, and give him this HP one. He will get more defense, and he really don't need the resistance. Let's see. Same story here. You don't really, if you are using them only for Titans, and I'm pretty sure you're using this Squirrels only for Titans, you really don't need resistance on the left side. Because, yeah, like I said, you will use this skill if you're getting taunted, and this is the 70% one, and that's only the 60% one. So you even get an advantage that you are getting taunted. Same story for Odin, in my opinion. If you're using her on the left side, I wouldn't give her resistance. Try to get as much HP and defense as possible. Water Loki. Yeah. I'm not a fan of him. He got buffed. And yeah, he has the Predator here now. So yeah, the problem is you are still forced to go for crit rate. Books. Okay, not that strong, only 20%. He's decent, but nothing else. That's a cool attack gem. I like it. I take this one. Give it to my account, please. This is a really good gem as well. And this as well. So yeah, I like this Garuda. Totally fine. He's on... Wait, is this double HP? Yeah, double HP attack. Or attack, HP, HP. Okay, totally fine. If you have a decent defense gem, you can even give her a defense gem, but I think this one is stronger. A Pugilist. Water Nightmare. Totally fine. HP defense, I think. Or is it even triple HP? Totally fine, that's perfect in my opinion. Yeah, a Ribbonus for the Titan. Gemmed as I would gem her. HP defense. Recovery. This is probably the recovery one. Yeah. Totally fine. Water Seek. Exact same story. 1 HP gem, 1 attack gem and 1 crit rate gem. That's totally fine. In general, you can take out the crit rate 1 for another attack 1. I think that's stronger. It's a broken set, you can just take it out for an attack gem if you have a decent one, otherwise just stay with that. Thor is totally fine. You should use him on the back lane. For the front he has not enough resistance. But other than that, HP attack. Wait, is it a crit damage gem? So the attack comes from substats. There is a crit rate one, crit damage, and HP. Oh, attack. And so, okay, he's getting the HP from substats, not the attack. What's this? This is a wood pinolo. You have to give him good gems. You're using him on the front lane, I think, because he has a lot of resistance. This is double attack HP, it seems. Attack, attack, HP, totally fine. But yeah, why your Pinolo is only ever 2.2. But yeah, obviously he's hitting really good. So nothing to say about it. She's missing a gem, by the way. In general, I don't like the wood purse. The Siphon Farmer, totally fine. Full attack and crit rate. Light Valkyrie. Double attack HP with some crit rate and resistance. Totally fine. That's a really good one. The Thor. You made a mistake here. Give Thor some resistance. He don't need to hit hard. That's not his job. You see, he has not that much attack, so the crit rate isn't that good. HP defense in general, not attack. Defense is far better. His job is to shock and death down and give him some resistance. Dark Seedler looks fine. 1 HP gem, 2 attack gems, totally fine. Oh no, wait. 1 HP, 1 attack and 1 crit rate, I guess. Yeah. Totally fine, can be used. Obviously, you are aiming for more crit rate, but for now he's okay. This one is nice. I like the birdie. A lot of crit rate and some resistance. That's good. Obviously, you try to aim for more resistance, but so for now he's fine. 2 defensive gems as well, I think. Yeah. Better give her 2 HP gems and 1 defense gem. Yuki on a ruin set with no crit rate. But she's totally fine. If you're using her only for Titans, don't give her an attack gem. Give her another HP gem. Her only job is to survive. You have the Wukongs and that stuff to deal the damage. Yeah, that's a Fire Ribboness. Yeah. The Shelly. Crit rate, crit damage, attack. It's okay. She will not take a lot of damage. So you might think about attack HP, or if you are using her on the left side as a debuffer, you should even go for attack defense HP. So she will take some damage. I'm not sure if she's staying Evo 3 as level 50. If there is, I think even a flat gem is stronger here, or 68% if it would be a 6-star. And what is the maximum of a flat one? 700 to 800, something like that. if it's 800, it's totally fine. So yeah, if you get some flat defense gems that have really strong substats, she might be the one that can use it. Yeah, other than that, these are all filler monsters. Yeah. Yeah. These are the ones that we pulled. We really pulled a lot of them. I'm not selling or rebirthing any of them. So, for example, I haven't seen a Fire Phibian, and he's really good. Same story with the mini cat. If you are thinking about, wait, is there no mini cat and no Phibian? Let's go for elements. Come on. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, you have to go for... There are some monsters that are easy to get, like the Wood Phibian and the Wood Raiders, that you can easily use against a Titan for a very, very long time. Make sure to make at least one of both of them for the front and for the back lane. You already have the attackers. You have this one, the Thor, the Pino. That's already 3 CS attacker plus, let's say, the Mushi. Like that you have 4 attackers, or even this is even much better, and the Anubis, these two. So you have the damage to deal at least some decent damage against the Water Titan. Make sure to get the healers and get the debuffers. They are really easy to get. You have some of them now. Here is the Phibian. I think didn't we summon the second one? No. Okay, here is the Phibian. You need 2 of these. Here are the mini cats. 2 of these as well. One in the front, one in the back on the right side. And yeah, Wood Raiders. Wood Raiders is really good because he has double attack down with books. His skills are really good. So go for these and you already have a really decent Water Titan team. Okay, let's try to do some arena to see what we can do here, how I would do it. Let's go for the random fight. Okay, let's see. He's using the resistance lead. That's totally fine and needed for most of them, so this is really good. Let's try this lineup that he's using. What is the... Okay, it's only defense. The problem is you need a third tank or a third attacker. Well, this is balanced, though. Yeah, the Valkyrie is balanced. Okay. Yeah, sadly, you can't get enough synergies like that. You get the most synergies if you are using 3. For example, where do we have a tank? I think she's a tanker. Yeah. If we, for example, take her out for this one, we already have 2. If you are going for 3 dark tanks, you already get 1 more. But for now, that's totally fine. Where do we have the Valkyrie? There. You shouldn't lose too much fights with that lineup. Okay, what do we face here? I think that's a really weak lineup. Debuffer without damage. She's just healing up, and the word is 100% petrification, I think. So we can go for the Valkyrie first, but we have 2 dark monsters and they have at least decent resistance because we have the resistance lead. I think the birdie is around 50. 43 was it, I think. And the Miho had a bit more, I think. So we have the choice to go for this one, or for example, just go for someone else, like the purse, just as an example. If we are going for the purse first, the thing is, we have a lot of attack, or a lot of damage. I think we should just go for this one. Obviously, go for the shock first. If it's not landing, the defense down. I think this should finish the job. Or not. A water shinobi. That's already his loss. We are going for the shinobi with the defense down. Okay, he was lucky. Now he's dying. So he already lost 2 monsters because of that shinobi that has like 0 damage. Now we are going for the purse. That's the only threat left. No defense down, no shock. But she dies. We are going for this one. So we landed the defense down. Now we can use both skills. Healing up and kill her. And yeah, obviously we already won. The Nightmare can heal 1 or 2 turns, but okay, that's it. Most likely. Yeah. So with this lineup you should normally win most of the fights. Do we find someone else here? No. Let's refresh. We only have 5 tickets left, so we are not attacking anyone else. We are just going for the random fight. Okay, I think that's a pretty easy fight. 2 light and 2 dark, so both won't deal too much damage. We are going for the Phibian first. I think he has the most damage while is getting killed the fastest. So we are going for the defense down. And then these 2 down, probably Miho. Nope. But that's even better. We are trying to shock the Thor. Let's see if we... Okay. Now we are going for the Thor. We don't want to take any risk here. But this guy was lucky, sadly. Okay, next turn he's down. These 2 should be enough already. Now we are going for the Victoria, because we have a lot of skills that reduce her defense. So the death down already hit. Okay, finally we are getting our heal. Before we use the Actus, we are trying to go for this one as well. Nice. We are shocking it. Nice, and now our 2 skills are coming. And yeah, obviously this already is a 1 fight. pretty easy in my opinion. With that lineup, I hope you can go to Heroes 1. At least it's possible. Yeah, I don't show your defense because we don't want to show your hidden monster. And yeah, what else do we have? Dragon is kinda hard to say what you can farm there. 7 obviously is easy. Yeah, with that lineup it's pretty easy. 10 might be a bit harder. I think if you are trying to go for the 10, these two monsters don't have enough damage. But yeah, I guess you know it better. Tower easy. Yeah, all these dungeons in general are easy as well. So I think we are done here. We can take a last look at the elements. What monsters do you still need? Obviously the second one of these. There is only one Naser, so one of them obviously should be used. I guess it's this one. Then obviously this one. Wait, you have 2 Thors, I think. If you have 2 Thors, Odins, my god, 2 Odins, I think Naser is better, because otherwise you will lag the attack down. So just go for a second Naser, do both of your lines, the debuffing side like Odin Naser +1 and a Cura, or if you don't have a Cura there, just go for someone else. Just make sure that you have a healer that has enough recovery to heal the debuffers up, because obviously in most cases they have a lot more either HP or defense, but yeah, just go for a recovery gem on that side. In my opinion, that's the best. Yeah, what else do you need here? I think you have most of the monsters already. You have your debuffers, you have your healers. How many Cura? This is only one Cura. You really need more Curas. You should go for... We pulled one, or? Didn't we pull a fire Cura? Was it water? Well, at least you have food now for a fire Cura. It's totally fine if it's Evo 2. Just make sure you get a fire Cura to 60 to make full use of her shield. Yeah. A fire bath can be built as well. Let's see what you have as attackers. 1 Courage Strike, 2, 3. These 3 should be used obviously as your main attackers. The Wukongs on the bottom lane, the Incubus in the front, or you can even use the Incubus on the left side if you give him a leech set. Both of them have no leech set if I remember correctly, yes. So you can use them on the back lane, this one on the left side for example, on the bottom lane, plus Naser Odin, but make sure to give him a leech set, because I think it's easier to give him a leech set and put him on the left side, go for max crit rate, than giving him normal gems, but wait, it's wood. So he will get taunted 2 turns, after that he's fine. Okay, never mind, you can let him in the front, plus for example Fire Bath, or if you want another Courage Strike attacker, you know, we just pulled one. You can make him Evo 2 for example, and go to 60. Then you have 4. Yes, it's 3 Wukongs, but obviously they are really strong. Stronger than the Fire Bath for sure. Then we have water. Let's see what we have here. I think you're missing healers here. You have 1 Cotin. You need 4. 1 Ribbonous. I like them a lot, so I would go for 4 of these as well. But if you are going for 3 and use the Siren, that's totally fine as well. It's only 1 Courage Strike Attacker. Yeah. Then make sure to get some Beth, not only 1. You can at least go for 1 more, at least. Yeah, the Spark It could go to 60. Will deal. No, I think it's a close race. Yeah, the Spark It might be better than another Water Bath, so I would go for 1 more Water Bath. Use the Spark It and the Seek on the back lane, and the Bath on the front, because they have no conditional skills. You can just go for resistance and you are fine. You have 2 Shellys already. It depends if you want to go for Shelly as a debuffer, then use at least 2 of both of them. Let's say on the front, on the left and the right side, for example. Or you can go for the Seedler plus another like attack downer. Don't use this Cura for water. Better use it for a Fire 1 to Evo 3, Evo 2. Same with the Neza. Yeah, she's not good enough. 70 and 70. Where you have monsters that are a lot easier to get, that have similar stats. And yeah, we talked about wood. For the Light and Dark Titan, obviously it's put your best monsters that you have that deal the most damage on the front, and the element that you are not attacking for the Titans are put on the back lane, in my opinion. Like if you are going to attack the Wood Titan and the Water Titan, that means you have used your Wood team and you have used your Fire team. That means your Water team is left. So put all your best water monsters on the back lane. On a lower Titan, a healer is better. On a higher Titan, I think another attacker is better, because they will die anyway from the active. So yeah, that's it for the account of Gfuinhh231. I hope this will help you a bit to improve. And if anyone else want an account review, just join the Discord channel and we can talk about it. Yeah, that's it from my side, and see you soon, guys. Ciao.